So let's go on to Snap. I think you have your topic, don't you?
Yeah, what I was gonna ask is, what is I guess, what is the biggest achievement that you had before you turned 10 years old? I mean, we've all had achievements throughout our lives, but like, as a little kid, what was a huge achievement and like that you felt like very proud about and that you
Mm,
did, you know?
yeah.
The one that comes to my mind is actually Rocco was part of this. It was the first year I ever played football and we went undefeated. And we
Oh,
actually,
cool.
yeah, we played in like, the little Super Bowl and everything. We won that and we got invited to back then. Right now it's the Raymond James Stadium, but where the Tampa
Raymond
Bay
James,
Buccaneers
I
play.
have accounts with them.
Yeah, yeah, it's Raymond James Stadium, just like Gillette Stadium and stuff like that. So,
Cool.
they originally it was called Houlihan Stadium. That's where the Tampa Bay Buccaneers played.
Huh.
That was I don't know if it would be the original stadium. I'm not quite sure if it was the original, but that's what was in the 90s and for a long
Mm.
time. So, it we got invited to go play there.
Hmm.
And I thought that was like the coolest thing in the world. Like, I'm going to go play football in an NFL stadium.
Yeah.
So it was just like a huge achievement, and I felt so proud. Our coaches and everyone, they got us gym bags with our name and number on it and stuff, and I was just like,
Holy shit,
"Holy
dude.
shit, yeah!" It was a huge achievement, and actually Rocco was on the team at that time too. So,
It was you and Rocco.
oh, on the football team,
Yeah.
so he was a part of it,
So you
and I
guys
believe
played, did you win?
we actually lost and we got our asses handed to us. So think about that emotion. I mean, it's the first, actually, it was the second team sport I ever played. So I played Little League before that. The hell is that?
Someone in your house?
Uh, I don't know.
We're gonna let Ian either die or come back alive. We'll see. He's talking about the greatest achievements. I'm trying to think of my greatest achievement. First of all, I don't know if I'm gonna even beat the fact that they were able to go to play at an actual NFL stadium. I played sports when I was a kid, and man, I was terrible at them. I played basketball for a while. My biggest achievement playing basketball was actually getting one bucket. That was it. That's all I got. I just didn't put the time needed to practice. Playing football, no big achievement there. Sports-wise, I can't really. You okay? What happened?
My wife left our dog in the living room and he tore it all apart
Oh,
and knocked over a table with a piece of glass.
do you
Didn't
need to
break.
clean that up?
Yeah, I will when we're done.
Okay. Um, so I was just talking about how sports achievements are not in my forte.
Right.
I don't. Man, my biggest achievement. I shit, man. I guess when I was a
Spelling
kid.
bee.
You said before you were 10?
Yeah, like
Okay.
I was just I
Are
chose 10.
you seventh grade when you're 10?
Ooh. So I always have to start by this. You start elementary school when you're 5 or
Yeah,
6?
yeah, yeah, yeah.
Like
Five and
5,
six.
6?
Yeah, yeah. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Third grade?
3rd grade. Holy shit. Then yeah, that's when I started football was 3rd grade. So that was just like
I
right
mean,
around.
I didn't do anything. Yeah.
Really?
I mean,
We could up at this. Okay, 13. That's 6th grade.
11, 12, still nothing. I mean, what? I was playing video games.
Yeah.
I didn't do anything. Yeah, man.
What about before 18? Okay, what was a good achievement?
Well, okay, so seventh
So
grade.
before you
Seventh grade,
graduated high school.
I did great. I mean, I must have just been holding it and blew up in seventh grade because I made my first game ever, which is really
Oh
cool,
shit.
based off a book called Animal Farm. If you ever read Animal Farm, it's a very good book. It's
Wait, is that
about talking animals and trying to overthrow their human.
and they do and then the pigs become Yeah, I remember that book.
Yeah,
Holy shit.
yeah, dude, it's a fucking great book. Made a board game about it. It's very cool.
Nice.
And then that same year, I wrote I wrote my own fan fiction for a project, same class as the board game, about the next generation of Greek gods, because the lore says that the Titans were overthrown by the Olympians, and Zeus killed his father, and they said that the curse would continue, and that
Uh
Zeus
huh.
would die from his son, and that's why you have this Hercules kind of thing, and all that stuff. I wrote a story about. So again, I was so into wrestling. I wrote a story about the next generation was called the Degenerates,
Oh yeah.
and so it was like Titans, Olympians, and Degenerates, and I think like Claytonius Maximus or something dumb like
Oh
that.
nice.
I was a seventh grader, remember? He was like the god of energy, and then there was different gods of different like powers. I forget them all, but they eventually used and helped other gods. Like I think, oh man, the one god that like could make armor and stuff. He made the necklace of energy, so he can harness energy. And they like fought the Olympians, and the final battle was like Zeus versus my character, and he was like siphoning all the lightning bolts into the necklace that was made by Hephaestus, I think, and he can like shoot them back. And so it was a short story about the rise of the degenerates and the overthrowing of
That
the
is
Olympians.
insanely in depth.
Yeah, I went nuts with it, and it got published in one of those Scholastic
Oh shit.
books. Yeah,
That's a pretty big achievement.
yeah.
Yeah, you were just harnessing it.
Yeah, dude. Because when I was a kid, I made stories up, I drew characters, and that's what I did. And so that was really fun for me to like get that kind of story out. Because that would like basically I wrote a week's worth of playing with my toys at night. Like I would
Yeah.
just play and then revise the story, play and revise the story, and then and then next week I just and make a different story, maybe be Batman, or like I made like a ton of different like, and this was just one thing that I was really passionate about because at the time we were learning about the Greek culture and stuff like that in English class. So
So that really like shaped you if you think about it, because today your job is pretty much doing that.
yeah, and I think that's why I've gravitated towards it, and why I think I'm so like fulfilled creatively when I look at that. I'm making games and I'm giving stories and content through those games. So yeah, I mean that's for sure. I almost thought I was gonna write for cartoons, but here's the thing: like I'm creating characters and writing stories in my head, but I never became a really good creative writer. I took creative writing in high school and college, but my grammar was really terrible. I never crafted that skill. I think if I ever did, it might be better. Maybe that's something I'll look for down the line.
Yeah.
But I feel like games are definitely games are a hard medium to get something like that story across, because it takes nowadays a city to build one game. So there's
Yeah.
a lot of opinions and a lot of thoughts, and your one idea is going to get morphed and changed and replaced by 20, 50, 100 other people, because they're all going to touch it at some point and put their spin on it. And so that's an art form in itself, is coming up and adding with ideas that are going to get changed and morphed, versus me sitting in a vacuum creating an idea, writing a book or writing a comic book or you know what I mean, or being I could have went into comics potentially and wrote for Marvel, wrote for DC, and like, you're the Spider-Man dude, write a story about Spider-Man. I get the privilege of not having, like, I get an editor, sure, but I don't have 50 other people giving feedback and changing it and
Right.
and then handing it off and then them doing something. You know what I mean? So that has always been in the back of my head. If that was a different path, would I have taken it?
Okay.
So yeah, that is an achievement of mine. I cannot think of anything other. I was just beating Super Mario Brothers, beating Legend of Zelda.
Nice.
I created my own wrestling group, and I wrote the storyline for that. So like we had about like 10 maybe people, and we wrestled for like a whole year, and we fake wrestle, and we made our own belts, and like I had storylines, and I was like the driving force behind that, and we filmed some of it.
That's awesome.
But like,
Do you still have some in the film?
yeah, I do. I have.
Oh my God,
I have a
yes.
highlight reel of my different adventures wrestling.
What was your name? What was your name?
Clay Coolidge. Clay Ice Coolidge. My finisher was a combination of finishers. I would
Okay.
super kick someone into the corner, and because a super kick usually knocks you on your ass.
Right.
But I didn't want you to be on your ass, so I would super kick you into the corner, so you'd hit the corner and then like stumble forward. And as you were stumbling forward, I diamond cuttered you. It was called an icebreaker.
Oh, nice.
So I'd fucking knock your chin and then bam,
Boom.
diamond cutter, and then I done. You're done. You're done. I had
Tap,
a
bitch.
yeah. So my submission finisher was called the Crown of Thorns, and I would I'd roll you over or whatever, and it was a weird like Boston Crab kind of deal, like where
Yeah.
so like your arms would get pulled back and your head would go forward, and
Uh-huh.
so as you pull, you're like making it hurt worse. It was really hard to get out of. Um, Man, what else? I had an elbow drop. I did a lot of stuff. It was fun. It was really cool. We had a whole like move set. I used to be so into wrestling.
That's so cool.
Yeah.
Well, that's definitely some achievements right there. You
I
created
guess.
you created a little, I guess, I wouldn't say community, but like your own wrestling league. I
Yeah.
mean, and how many people did you have in it?
Like about 10.
Holy shit.
Yeah. It was all the
That's
kids
a
in the neighborhood, and me and my friend Kelly and my friend Matt, we riled up everyone. We're like,
question.
hey, yeah,
Kelly, guy or girl?
girl.
Okay.
Yeah. Yeah, we rounded up everyone, and we were just like, dude, this is what we're doing. We had plenty of girls and plenty of, like, it was like half and half practically.
Yeah.
And we had different like league championship league. It was fun. And then I moved that storyline creativity to like WrestleMania 2000 or No Mercy, and I had a giant storyline that I created for about 2 years, and I would just play, and then I did this like dynamic changing thing where if people got like bloodied, because that was a thing that could happen, I would put them in the hospital, so they would be pulled out of the storyline for like a week or two, and then I was just like naturally playing and piecing people together to fight for titles, and I had my own storyline that my personal character was going to do that I was playing, and it was fun.
Did you make yourself the champion?
Yeah, and then I also ripped the belt from me too. I
Oh,
had the
nice.
storyline. It's so dumb. I had the storyline where I was Clay Ice Coolidge, and I had the title, and then I was fighting in like an Iron Man match, and then like someone came out and like just destroyed me, so I got hospitalized for like a year. But what happened is I came back after like a month, but I had like bleached black hair, and I was really mean because I became a heel or something from this like accident, right? And
Oh.
it was like people were calling him Black Ice instead of Ice. So dumb. And so he was just a dick, and I had my own like Degeneration X, but like he systematically like just beat the shit out of like the people in that group and like brought in his own group.
Yeah.
And so like the idea is like, what the hell happened to this guy? Why he got brain damage? He became such a dick. And a year later, as I was gonna win the title, I came back, and so the twist was like this was like an evil twin or like someone impostoring as me, and so I came back from the accident, and we started fighting. And it was like, what? There's two of them! Oh my god!
That's
and so then
awesome.
there was like a year-long battle between him and I. And yeah, I had some fun. I
I want to see
lot
a
of, like,
highlight reel. That's what I want to see.
yeah. I'll show you the highlight reel. It's got some like great angsty emo music in the background. It's fucking
Oh, jeez.
yeah.
Was it like a handheld camera too, like all
Oh yeah.
shaky?
Oh yeah, and it's like it's got like the VHS tracking issue and all that stuff. It's
Oh,
really
yeah.
funny. Yeah. That's pretty.
Well, that's good. That's some achievements there.
I think so. I guess. I don't know. We'll see.